Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, you are sitting there trying to angle to get a private chef. But guess what? Like everybody's been saying, baby, you got bigger issues. Tupac's family is not done with that investigation that Jay-Z's lawyer is working on that people are saying is being paid for by Jay-Z. I know that's a whole other thing. Let's talk about the fact that Tupac's brother is coming out and saying, nah, 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 nah. We think you had something to do with this. Now, if you guys have not watched the videos, let me just bring you up to speed. Something's awful what's going on with Tupac and his untimely passing. People for many years have said that Diddy had something to do with it. Many chalked it up to people just saying, oh, it's the East Coast, West Coast beef, and people are making up stuff. However, the prosecutors that are currently investigating Diddy for a multiple of the charges actually think that Diddy had something to do with it. Because according to reports from Vibe Magazine, Fox, Newsweek, numerous things, they are working with the Las Vegas Police Department, Los Angeles Police Department, and also the prosecutors that are prosecuting Keith D for the being behind the murking of Pac. Okay, y'all all up to speed. Now listen, Tupac's family has stayed quiet for the most part. They did shock everybody when they decided to sue Diddy. Okay, we up this well, not sue Diddy, but investigate Diddy, because it's like, okay, you're putting your money, or maybe Jay-Z's money, where your mouth is. Well, guess what, y'all? It's getting more. Pac's stepbrother says a stepbrother uh literally called Diddy out, called him a liar, saying, you're saying you played no part in Tupac's passing. Yeah. He said he doesn't believe that's a 100% honest statement. Let's get into it. Yo, there need there's a bunch of documentaries coming out, I assume, about surviving Diddy. They actually need to get the family members of the they actually need to get the family members of the people that actually had record contracts with Diddy that tried to get out. Biggie Smalls, gone. Tupac wouldn't sign, gone. Again, Diddy is either the angel of death or the most unluckiest person in the world. I know he's sitting in jail thinking he's unlucky. They're saying Tupac's brother is still side-eyeing Diddy over uh, Pac's murking, recently saying Diddy's claim that he had no involvement in the rap legend's death might not be 100% honest in his opinion. Now, they clearly don't say that because, again, Alex Sparrow, Jay-Z's lawyer, is investigating the passing of Tupac and also links and ties to Diddy. Mopreme Shakur, Tupac's stepbrother, who rapped alongside him in the group Thug Life, that's so wholesome. Diddy, that is so wholesome. Stopped by Piers Morgan Uncensored Friday, and Piers asked him about that well-known theory that the Bad Boy founder played a part in Pac's murking. Piers mentioned how Diddy actually called Mopreme back in 2008 and denied any involvement in his little brother's passing after an infamous LA Times piece alleged associates of Diddy planned the 1994 shooting of Tupac at Quad Recording Studio in New York City. Now, here's the thing that everybody looks over, right? The LA Times wrote this back in 1994. It's also interesting that Piers Morgan, we'll save that for another video. Okay, let's just get into this, right? They're saying it's also worth noting that the piece alleged Diddy's associates were involved in the 1994 shooting that injured Shakur, not the 1996 shooting that ultimately claimed his life. What's more, the Times famously retracted the article just weeks after being published because they no longer believed their own reporting to be credible. Looks like Diddy's PR people and his lawyer actually got up in there, and now they're trying to walk things back. They said Mopreme, however, still isn't convinced Diddy's hands are clean when it comes to his brother's death, saying he told Diddy back in the day the truth of who did it. He told Diddy back in the day that the truth of who actually murked Pac still has not come back. So they need to wait and see. As reported, prosecutors in the case against Keith D and the man they arrested last year in connection to the murking tried to use statements he allegedly once made, claiming Diddy implied he paid someone to murk Pac in an attempt to get the judge to deny Keith D bail. After Keith D's claims resurfaced, sources with direct knowledge told what was this? Radar on TMZ, that members of Tupac's family retained Alex Sparrow and Christopher Clore to look into these allegations. Diddy has denied all wrongdoing and Tupac's murking multiple times over the years. He's never been arrested or charged in connection to Tupac's passing, and law enforcement sources told us he's never been a suspect in the case. They're saying that it sounds like Mopreme is still not buying Diddy's claims, choosing to wait and see instead. We reached out to Diddy's team. They declined to comment. Now, listen, let me just be clear about one thing. Diddy has so many people coming from him. The fact that there are people out there saying that Diddy is going to beat these charges and he's not going to actually have to worry about being prosecuted, I find laughable. I also find laughable the fact that all these people are coming out to speak about Diddy, about the connection to Pac. The LA Times, even though they retracted the article, but I believe they printed in 1994 that Diddy tried to get Pac Merc in a recording studio. Now, they did retract that article way back in the day, but the reason, right? The reason that they retracted the article was for this. Here's the retraction. This is printed April 7th, 2008. So, okay, for the article, I think they printed in 1994. An article and related materials published, I'm sorry, this was actually published in 2008. An article and related materials published on the Los Angeles Times website on March 17th, 2008, had been removed from the site because it relied heavily on information the Times no longer believes to be credible. The article titled, so it took a month for lawyers to actually hammer down to see what happened. The article titled An Attack on Tupac Shakur launched a hip hop war and written by Times staff writer Chuck Phillips. Poor Chuck. Did he ever write for the Los Angeles Times after that? Purported to relate new information about the 1994 assault on rap star Tupac Shakur, including a description of events contained in FBI reports. The Times has since concluded that the FBI reports were fabricated and that some of the other sources relied on, including the person Phillips previously believed to be the confidential source cited in the FBI reports, do not support major elements of the story. Consequently, the Times is retracting the March 17th web publication as well as a shorter version of the article, which appeared on page E1 in the March 19th calendar section of the newspaper. Statements that Phillips made in two online chats on March 18th and 25th and the Times Soundboard blog on March 21st are also being retracted. Damn. I think he got fired. Among other things, the March 17th article and related Times publications reported that newly discovered information reported Shakur's claims that associates of music executive Sean Diddy Combs orchestrated an attack in which Shakur was injured at the Quad Recording Studios. The information, which came from the purported FBI reports and other sources, said that James Jimmy Henchman Roseman, a talent manager, Jocks Haitian Jack Agnat, a figure in the New York hip hop scene, and James Sambatino, reportedly one of Combs' associates, arranged the assault on Shakur because they were angry he had rejected overtures to sign with Diddy and Bad Boy Records. The Time now believes that Sabatino fabricated the FBI reports and concocted his role in the assault, as well as his supposed relationship with Combs, Roseman, and Agnat. Now, I do want to say, again, this might be completely true, but let's also not forget in Diddy's trial what has come out, that he really works with people over and over and over again, in which to really harass people, coerce people, bully them, and get them to change their stories. The fact that the FBI report could not be corroborated, that seems odd in the fact that you actually tried to get the FBI to corroborate. It also seems odd in the fact that, and let's be real, the FBI is now, according to numerous reports, actually looking into what actually connection between Diddy and Tupac. Again, I'm not saying that they're wrong in this. They clearly are, the LA Times, but I am saying that it's interesting to see that one of the ways Diddy kept his name so far away from mess and drama is that he basically had Rottweilers and attacked dogs on staff, and he was so big and so untouchable with so much money, and according to people, he would hurt people. This is according to the court documents, that people really had no choice but to be quiet. So could they not confirm, or were the sources not willing to come on record and actually verify what they had said, because Diddy's team actually got involved and started coercing, harassing, threatening people with either bribes, money, or even worse, threatening people to actually do what? To keep their mouth shut. Kind of like what we've seen him do in 2024 while there was a federal investigation going. Okay. Um, Listen, again, they're saying, and they retracted it. They're saying that at the end of the day, um, it is what it is. We are going to actually see what's going on. Puck's people are investigating. Alex Spiro is one of the best lawyers in the game to do that. If there is something there, they will actually find it. But we got to actually ask ourselves what is going on, because it does seem like there is a Game of Thrones and a silent war going on. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.